Hey guys, Marcinkin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and so we got the data download earlier today on both versions of the game, so we now have the full info on the release time of the Heroes banner. It has ended up being a little bit later than I had originally expected. A bunch of the stuff pointed towards it being out already by now, like when this video goes up, right, earlier today, or yesterday, depending on your time zone, right, but we are definitely getting the banner tomorrow, 5 AM UK time. So basically this video is going up at what, like 2 PM? So already had loads of people asking during the stream this morning, but it's basically going to be, what, 15 hours from when this video goes up. The banner will be out. So obviously I will be live in the morning, a little bit before the banner drops, but I will be live to summon for the units when the banner comes out. So we're going to go through all the stuff in the data download. We also have some information on the missions for some of the events and things like that, which we're going to go over here as well. Shout out to Proton, as always, for compiling all of the information into the handy thread here so that we can go through all of it. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the hero stuff. One thing I'm going to say straight away, which may be disappointing for some people, is that we have also, I could have brought up the tweet, but Rick, one of the people that does a lot of the data mining, confirmed that the sales that will be going live when the Heroes banner comes out run up until the 27th of November, which is basically around the time we would then be expecting the next Dokkan Fest to drop. I think 21 dropped last year. It was either like the 29th or the 30th, which basically confirms there is no part 2 for Heroes. In terms of at least anything summonable, right? There's not going to be a part 2, like a second banner. There's not going to be a like part 2 Carnival LR for Heroes or something like that. In terms of, from everything we can tell as of now, from the information in the game, it very much indicates that there is no part 2. It's not so much like, it's not just, you know, the fact that there is no information about a part 2, because there wouldn't be this early in a celebration anyway, but it's more that the information that we do have, like how long the hero sales are running for, essentially indicates that there isn't going to be a part 2. But obviously, like at this point, I think the dream is truly dead, but I guess you can never say never. It just is very unlikely that they would drop another banner without dropping more sales, because they don't really ever do that. So here we go. So anyway, we got the data download. Here's all the stuff in the files. We obviously have the promo movie that we've seen a little bit of, that just has clips of some of the animations and stuff in it. Pretty straightforward. We get those for basically every celebration now, which is a cool little touch. But then we have the arts and everything for the characters, and you can see here confirming that this drops at 5 AM tomorrow morning. So got the assets for the Goku. It's interesting because, like, I think his SSR art is kind of cooler than the TUR. And we got Fu, we got Eos, we got the Demigra, Warrior in Black, obviously Bardock, and then yeah, it is just the 5 characters, as we found out from the reveal yesterday, and the data download here confirming there are only 5 new characters. Now the interesting thing is, as we've discussed many times, but we won't know now until the banner comes out, because there's no banner art in the data download files, which makes sense, because we don't normally see those unless the banner's animated anyway, which is normally for an LR banner. So we don't know if the banner's going to be 5 units, if it's going to have 2 of the older units featured again. We won't know, unfortunately. Now at this point, we won't know until the banner goes live in the game. So I guess we'll have to see. I'll talk about that a little bit more later, because I will be dropping a summon or skip video for Heroes later on, which will probably be going up about 7 hours before the banner, and we'll talk about the banner format and stuff like that over in that video, so do keep an eye out for that one. So we do have the Dragon Ball History stage, Infinite Dragon Ball History versus Dragon Ball Heroes bosses. Weird little new stage design for like the Demon Realm. Not the Diamond one, of course. Well, I mean, technically I guess they're the same thing, but not the Diamond one, the one from actual Heroes. We do know some of the missions for that, which I'll be going through again here in a moment. Then we have the Dragon Ball Heroes Special Battle. So this is the event that they talked about, where we can get the wallpaper by completing all of the missions. Stage 1 versus Dragon Ball Heroes Fighters, and Stage 2 versus Dragon Ball Heroes Foes. So Stage 1 obviously going to be all super class. And as we know from the art for the event, we've got the Goku, the God Trunks, and Limit Breaker Vegito. I don't know if those are the only 3 enemies or what, how it's going to go. Potentially be like a Dragon Ball History stage where there are multiple enemies, but that's all that's on the actual event art. And then the foes, obviously we have the Fu, Hearts, and Demigra shown in the event art. So we'll look at the missions for those here in a moment as well. And then, of course, we have the Dokkan event for the Goku. Fu awakens from his medals as well. I need to double check, actually, if it's just Fu. We did look at the characters the other day and go through their links and stuff, and I didn't actually think to make a note at that time whether any of the other ones had Fierce Battle, because obviously they will awaken with the event medals if that is the case. But yeah, there's missions for this as well, which is quite useful considering how many of these you might have to farm up. There are going to be missions like there are with the normal Dokkan event things now, whereby completing some missions as you beat the event, you get extra medals, so you don't need to clear the event as many times. So obviously that's very, very good as well. Then we have the Super EZA for Tech Beerus. So this confirms, even though they shared his info on Twitter at the same time as all the Heroes stuff, he doesn't come out tomorrow. He comes out on the 14th, which for me is Thursday morning at 5 a.m, right? So it'll be late on Wednesday night for certain places in the US. Now it says weakness Realm of Gods. Obviously it keeps the weakness that his old EZA had, so that never changes. But obviously the missions and stuff that it comes with may end up being for different categories or different team builds, but of course we will be taking a look at those here in a moment. Then we have the wallpaper. This is what we get for clearing all the stages of the Special Battle Challenge event. We can bring up a bigger picture of it here. I guess that's one way to look at it. Obviously with the game overlay stuff covering up some of the gaps, that should look pretty interesting. There's the like cropped version of it. But yeah, the Super Dragon Ball Heroes Ultra God mission. So those are that's the wallpaper that you get for clearing the stage, and then there's some story assets for some of the characters here as well. So one of the things to point out, some people had asked, and it is a common thing, it doesn't happen with Heroes, there are no tickets or anything like that. This is just you just summon on the banner. It's guaranteed featured every multi, so there are no purchasable tickets or anything like that. It is literally just a case of summoning on the banner, guaranteed featured, 50 stones per multi. I think it doesn't have any discounts. It's only the EZA banner that has the discounts for like the first 3 steps. And yeah, then it's just kind of get in, summon, crack on, 50 stones, guaranteed featured every time. We'll talk about that more in the summon or skip video. So if we jump over to the Dokkan info page here, which I need to get the other view up. Where is it? There we go. So we can see this full screen. So these are a bunch of the missions that have been added in the data download that are obviously at the moment just listed as upcoming because they are not live yet in the game because the events and stuff aren't out. But these are the missions for getting the extra medals for Goku. So clear the Dokkan event on Super 2, clear the event with 3 Power Beyond Super Saiyan allies on the team. 1 of each typing, AGL, Tech, in physical, etc. They're not restricted to Super or Extreme, so you can mix them if you want to. Clear stage 1 of the event without using an item, and clear stage 1 of the event within 5 turns. Now the thing is, it is just a Dokkan event, so this isn't going to be super difficult. One of the things I've mentioned many times in the past, like obviously I like using them for fun, but the Heroes team is really good at clearing Dokkan events quickly, because obviously the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito has the turn 3 active skill, which will pretty much just one-shot the boss. And so as long as you have one on like turn 1 and turn 2 when you start, then obviously you're going to have one on turn 3 and turn 4. And then usually most of these Dokkan events are only 3 or 4 turns. And so then you get to turn 3, active skill, boss is dead. And then turn 4, active skill, boss is dead. And then you are done with the event. And of course, Limit Breaker Vegito, normal Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, they count as Power Beyond Super Saiyan allies. So this will be very, very easy to do with the Heroes team, but easy enough to do with any of your other like solid, powerful teams, and you can get a whole bunch of these extra medals in one go. Then we have the missions these are for the Beerus Super EZA. So obviously, as we know, every time you beat the stage, you get 3 medals, but you can get some extra ones by doing these missions, which speeds up the process a little bit. It means as long as you do all the missions, you only have to beat the Super EZA stage 5 times, and then you'll have all 30 medals that you need. So win with at least 3 Extreme Z awakened characters on your team. That is obviously a common thing now for these Super EZAs. It's pretty much always a mission. Then we have the win with 3 Power Beyond Super Saiyan allies on the team, and then win within 5 minutes, which, depending on how tough the stage is going to be. I mean, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, he's going to be tech. You're obviously going to want as many strong int characters on the team, and then hopefully should be able to get through this fairly quickly and get a bunch of extra medals along the way. So then we have the missions for the Dragon Ball History stage. So clear stage 1, clear stage 2. Oh no, this is the special mission one, sorry. This is the special battle. So clear stage 1, 5 stones. Clear stage 2, 5 stones. Clear all the stages, 5 stones and the wallpaper. And then we have clear stage 1 with 6 heroes allies, and clear stage 2 with 6 heroes allies. So, I mean, realistically, with them being the new units out for the new unit, for the new event, I will be jumping in and doing the new stages with the new units anyway. So, obviously, that will be what we'll be doing for the videos. But, yeah, clearing the stages with an actual heroes team are missions that will get you some extra stones. And then, yeah, just by beating both the stages, you get the wallpaper. So even if you're someone who has never summoned for heroes, isn't going to summon for heroes, you can still beat both the stages, get some stones, get the wallpaper, and then you are good to go. Then we have the Dragon Ball History one. So the Dragon Ball History one is for defeating the enemies in the stages. We can see who they are. So Mechikabra Phase 1, Kumba Phase 2, Golden Cooler Phase 3, Hearts is Phase 4, and then Super Saiyan 3 Rose Full Power is Phase 5. Fu is Phase 6, Aos is Phase 7. I guess that's it. So 7 phases. Clear the stage once. Clear the stage with at least 3 heroes characters on the team. Clear the stage once with 3 final trump card characters on the team. Beat within 15 turns, and then do all the missions. So they all seem pretty straightforward. Obviously, Dragon Ball History usually has the 3 categories. I believe, is the new Goku on final trump card? I'm going to assume he is, because they normally have the categories of the newer characters. But I think you can make a team that is at least like the crossover being 3 heroes and 3 final trump cards should be quite easy. I normally try and do those anyway for the Infinite Dragon Ball History, right, and do all the missions in one go. So that should be fairly easy to do, and then get all of these missions cleared. So there you go. That's all the info from the data download. We now know exactly when the banner is coming out. Like I say, I will be live, ready to summon as soon as the banner goes live. We know the new events are dropping. We know some of the missions. And then obviously the Beerus EZA is going to be on the 14th UK time, so Thursday morning. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Are you going to be summoning? We'll obviously talk about the banner in the later video, like I say. Let me know your thoughts. Obviously, the big thing as well from the data download that we didn't mention, it is a separate tweet. I think I could probably show it here very quickly if we just go to Proton's actual page here. I did reply asking to confirm, but yeah, the data download finally introduced Dragon Ball Heroes voices to Global. So Global is now going to have the voice lines for the voice Dragon Ball Heroes characters. Even though there are no English versions, they have the JP versions. So even if you have your game set to English voices, when you do the active skill for Hearts, Limit Breaker for Geo or Goku, it will play the Japanese voice line, which is pretty cool. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Very much looking forward to summoning. I know the people are a little bit underwhelmed with the lineup or the power of the units, but we still love heroes over here, so looking forward to getting the units and trying to have as much fun with them as we can. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.